What's going on, guys? So we have to talk about this Israel and Iran stuff, what it means for the stock market, what it means for your portfolio, what it means for the price of oil. Because honestly, I think there's a lot of opportunity with the price of oil right now, how it's shooting up. We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about what Trump just said on his 2 week negotiation with Israel and Iran, because honestly, this is pretty big. So Trump was just talking about how there's a 2 week negotiating window between the US and Iran for the Iran regime to give up their nukes or give up their nuclear program and basically just shut it down. And Trump is saying that if they don't shut it down, we're going to drop bunker busters on their nuclear program and just pretty much wipe them out. But Trump is trying to not escalate this and go bomb them. He's trying to do this diplomatically and not get people killed, not drop bombs, not really go and engage in a full blown war over there. So we'll see what happens, how 2 weeks goes by. And I'm optimistic that Trump is going to be able to get this done because I think that Iran is realizing it's like this is a war that they probably aren't going to win. So in the meantime, while this is happening, Israel and Iran, they're shooting bombs at each other and they're trying to shoot them out of the sky before they actually hit. But some of the bombs are actually hitting. And you can see what it's doing to the price of oil, where it was all the way down here at $57 a barrel. Now it's all the way up 28% off that low to almost $74 a barrel. So you could see that the price of oil is shooting up because Israel and Iran are bombing each other. Everyone's freaking out, pumping the price of oil. But here's the whale in the room, and this is what really matters. You have to focus on what is a needle mover, what is signal, and what is noise. So let me talk to you right now about how there's a lot of opportunity in the price of oil, how it's going way up, and how I think that it's not going to be a sustainable thing where the price of oil is going up. So understand this. We came off this low right here where oil was at 57 bucks a barrel. It's now up 28% in roughly a month and a half, and it's now 74 bucks a barrel. So I personally feel like this rise in oil because of this Israel and Iran stuff going on, I don't think this pump right here is going to be sustainable. And the reason why I don't think it's going to be sustainable is this. Israel and Iran, they produce a very, very, very small fraction of the whole world oil supply. And the United States right now, for example, we are pretty much oil independent, meaning we pretty much produce our own oil that we produce in America. So we don't rely on Israel. We don't rely on Iran. We produce what we use in America. And a lot of other countries, they produce their own stuff and they just get stuff from us or they get stuff from Saudi Arabia, for example. So does it really matter what Iran and Israel do if they just go blow up each other's oil fields and oil production? Like, it's not really a big needle mover. So the fact that that moved the price of oil from 57 all the way to 74, I think that's pretty crazy. And honestly, I feel like Trump, hate Trump, whatever you want to say about Trump, I don't think he's going to be okay with the price of oil shooting up. And I do feel like as this conflict gets resolved, whether we bomb them or not, I don't think this is going to be a long lasting thing. As we get this resolved, the price of oil is going to trend down. So what I'm personally going to do in my couple $1 million account is I'm going to buy put options on this ticker right here, which is UCO. And you can see this is a 1 year chart of UCO. It bottomed out at 18 bucks per share. Now it's at 27. And you could see that the jump that UCO did is roughly 47%, which is roughly double what the price of oil does. So UCO is basically just a double leverage ETF that tracks the price of oil. So I feel like oil is getting close to the peak right here, and I do expect it to trend down. And I'm going to buy put options on UCO. I'm probably going to choose an expiration date of roughly 3 months just to give myself a little bit of time. And of course, I have a couple $1 million account. It's not like I'm going to go spend $100,000 on put options on this. I'm going to do a very small allocation in the chance that I'm wrong, but I do expect as time goes on, the price of oil is going to trend back down, and these put options are probably going to print some money. Now, with regards to what this means for our overall portfolios with this Israel and Iran stuff, I'm going to tell you this right now. Does it matter what happens with Israel and Iran to the S&P 500? All the companies in the S&P 500, all the companies in the NASDAQ. What about Meta? What about AMD? What about TSM? What about whatever company that you hold? I mean, those companies and ETFs are the ones that I hold big shares of. Does it really matter for those companies and ETFs? If you ask me, the answer is no. So if the answer is no, I don't really like to waste time on things that don't really matter. And I know, like, you guys go on Twitter, you go on YouTube, you go on Instagram, you see all these negative headlines about, oh my God, they're going to bomb them and they're going to bomb them and it's horrible. But at the end of the day, as investors, we have so much news and so much data and so much stuff to go through to really understand what matters in the economy right now. And I truly don't think this really matters as much as what people think. This is not going to be the next World War III. And in a couple months from right now, we're going to be talking about something completely different. Remember, it was stagflation just a few weeks ago. Then it was Liberation Day tariffs. then it was inflation, then it was a recession, then it was like, oh my God, the GDP forecast for Q1 is going to be negative, and then it was negative, but it really doesn't even matter. Like, the market climbs a wall of worry. Always. The market is never going to feel 100% safe. You're never going to feel like it's the perfect time to get invested. You're never going to get that situation where your favorite stock is down 50%, but there's nothing negative going on in the world. There's always going to be something negative going on if your stock is down 50%. So I'm going to say this right now. The market, in my opinion, is roughly 10 to 15% overvalued. But if you have a 5 year time horizon at a minimum, I think it's okay to buy Triple Q, which is the NASDAQ. I think it's okay to buy VOO, which is the S&P 500. And I do think it's okay to buy companies that you like that are trading near or below intrinsic value, which that's just a true value of the company. They have to have a moat, pricing power, durable competitive advantage, and you have to be okay to hold them for the long run. So you build that base portfolio, which is what I just said, and then you're going to use that base portfolio as collateral to go do stock options on it. So you could sell put options when you feel like something is cheap, like AMD right now, which I do feel like it's cheap. And you're just using your base portfolio as collateral to sell collateral secured puts, not cash secured puts. And that's how you're going to be able to make a lot more money. So I'm not really going to go deep into options in this video. This is going to be a quick little update video. But at the end of the day, don't sweat it what's going on with Israel and Iran. Whether we bomb them or not, I don't think it's a really big needle mover at the end of the day. And honestly, I could argue that if we do bomb Iran, the world is probably a better place because they don't have nukes. And think about all the terrorist organizations that usually come out of Iran. We don't want these nukes, if they do develop them, to potentially get in the hands of these terrorist organizations. So a little bit of short-term volatility right now for some long-term gain. I'm okay with that. And that's really all I have to say for you guys in this video. This was a quick little update. If you like these videos, if you get value from them, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to watch a more detailed video of my stocks and options strategy, watch this video right here. It's going to help you guys out a lot. And I'll see you guys there.